When I was just 16 years old, it was actually the very first time that I ever went to confession. Can you believe it? 16 years and I'd never gone to confession. Well, I went to this old priest and he told me my penance was to pray the Rosary every day. So I began to do that. At 16, I'd go down to my room and I'd light a little candle and pray the Rosary. And it was through the Rosary that I came to know Jesus through his mother Mary. Now the Rosary is a very powerful prayer, but at the heart of the Rosary is the mysteries. When we meditate on the mysteries of the Rosary, our lives are truly changed. To help me really meditate on the mysteries, what I do is I ask the question, how did it feel? So if I'm praying the first Sorrowful Mysteries, Jesus' agony in the garden, I ask the question, Jesus, how did that feel? Our Lord was in the Garden of Gethsemane, abandoned by his closest friends, and you can just imagine the pain he was going through. He knew in less than 24 hours that his hands and feet would be pinned to a cross. He must have been scared. So how did that feel, Jesus? Is 10 Hail Marys enough to think about that? The second sorrowful mystery, our Lord, he's scourged at the pillar. And we just don't talk about this very much, but our Lord, he's literally tied up and whipped and beaten nearly to the point of death. Jesus, how did that feel? The third sorrowful mystery, our Lord was crowned with thorns. The soldiers, they wove this crown of thorns, and these thorns were a good inch, 2 inches long, and then they slam it down on his head with their end of their swords, and you could just imagine the pain, the sting in his head and his forehead, and they actually spat at him. Jesus, how did that feel? Is 10 Hail Marys enough to think about that? At this point, if we're praying the Rosary right, it's not a boring prayer, it's not a monotonous prayer, but it should be really a life-changing prayer. The fourth sorrowful mystery, our Lord carries his cross and he falls 3 times. Yet each time he gets back up, and he always wants to remind us that we can get back up too when we fail, when we sin. So Jesus, how did that feel to carry that cross, that heavy cross? Is 10 Hail Marys enough to think about that? And the fifth sorrowful mystery, Jesus dies on the cross, and Mary, his mother, is standing there. And I want to say she stands at the foot of all of our crosses too. And Our Lady, as she witnesses this event, she sees her son nailed. She knows the pain. Mary, how did that feel? And Jesus, how did that feel to hang on that cross? Just help me to understand that a little bit. The pain that you went through for me. This is why the Rosary is so powerful. And this is why I want to encourage you to pray the Rosary every day. Pray it with your family. Pray it with your friends. Pray it by yourself. The Rosary changed my life. Let it change your life as well. God bless you.